Our top focus this Tuesday morning, viewers. US President Donald Trump has just slapped new tariffs on 14 countries, with some even as high as 40%. Myanmar and Laos have taken the biggest hits. They faced 40% tariffs now. Meanwhile, other countries like Japan, South Korea and Indonesia are also on the list. They're all part of what Trump calls a plan to, in fact, fix unfair trade deals and protect US jobs. Meanwhile, the tariffs kick in the 1st of August. Trump shared the full list on his Truth Social account, warning countries, and I quote here, "If you raise tariffs on us, we'll match it and add more." However, critics say the move adds uncertainty for businesses, with industries now scrambling to adjust, as we've seen the stock markets tanking in Asia as well as US. Meanwhile, Japan and South Korea were the first targeted. When asked why, here's what the White House had to say.
There will be approximately 12 other countries that will receive notifications and letters directly from the President of the United States. And weeks ago, I stood at this podium and I told all of you that the President was going to create tailor-made trade plans for each and every country on this planet. And that's what this administration continues to be focused on. The President will also sign an executive order today delaying the July 9th deadline to August 1st. So the reciprocal tariff rate, or these new rates that will be provided in this correspondence to these foreign leaders, will be going out the door within the next month, or deals will be made. And those countries continue to negotiate with the United States. We've seen a lot of positive developments in the right direction, but the administration, the President and his trade team want to cut the best deals for the American people and the American worker.
And my colleague Natasha joins me for more on this from New York. Natasha, is there any early indication of how India, in fact, plans to navigate or even respond to the bigger trade uncertainty triggered? And we just heard Caroline Levitt there. Could there be another delay or another tranche of time given by the White House?
Well, yes, with the flurry of announcements on Monday, one thing that's coming out with regard to India is that the US is still feeling very positive about a trade deal with India. There is also expectation that this trade deal, which would be a mini trade deal, might be announced within 48 to 72 hours before July 9th. Now, it is in American interest to show that it is actually making deals and not just sending out these tariff letters, because so far they only have a deal with the United Kingdom and somewhat of a structure with Vietnam. So Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, still sending out noises that he's hopeful of trade deal announcements very soon, within 2 or 3 days. Whether India will be part of that, there's a good chance. At the same time, India is still holding strong when it comes to certain red lines. The Indian team, as we know, has returned from Washington, D.C. after several delays in their return. And now what we're hearing from the Indian side is they've made it clear that their red line is agriculture and dairy, and they don't want the U.S. companies to come into that sector very easily or very, without restrictions. But what we're understanding now is the U.S. understands some of India's concerns, and there's a good chance that this deal or some version of the deal could come out fairly soon.